Hey peeps, welcome back to Myst, Exile. In the last episode, we finished the final puzzle world Voltaic and completed the key to Saavedro's homeworld, Narayan, or home age, let's be more precise here. How will he receive us knowing that we're not actually Atrus? Let's go ahead and find out, shall we? Anyway, thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in to the Myst series for the past month and a half. Like, I've been doing the Myst games for like the past. I feel like it's been like 2 months, almost 2 months, because I've been doing a stream, like basically started getting back to consistent streaming, and most importantly, thank you so much for like the patience, especially for this month, because it's been a really, really busy semester. I am this close to the finale, in terms of my grad school stuff. My final class is next week, and then I just turn in my final papers, and then I'm basically done. I'm home free. I'll have way more free time after this. But for right now, it's just this one last push I gotta make, before it's over. And then I'm gonna rest, be with my family, be with my friends, all that good stuff. The reason why I started a bit late with the stream today, it's because today was an attempt at record breaking. Specifically, if I could find the correct shirt here. I might have left it downstairs. Hold on. Stay tuned, everybody. Not a very graceful entry, is it? No. Found it. Okay. So, today was technically a record-breaking day, or we should attempt at it. Specifically, an official attempt for the Guinness World Record for largest ice cream party. Go big or go cone. I know I'm backwards here, but it makes it easier for me to like point out stuff. Anyway, today was an attempt for world's largest ice cream party. To break that attempt, the current record sits at 934 people. So we thought, since we're a pretty active campus community, that we'd have a pretty good chance. At breaking it pretty easily. I think three problems kind of came to mind as we were going through this. Number one, promotion could have been so much better, especially among the local community, because this thing was open to anyone. It was open to students, alums, faculty, staff, everyone. But I think because it was so in the UD bubble initially, it didn't go as far as it could have. We still got a good turnout, but I honestly don't think we hit the record, from what I saw. Like, being generous here, at most we might have had just about 725 people, 750. We'll get the final numbers a little later. I'll update you on TikTok. I'm working on the video right now for that, as well as my project, which will be shown on my second channel, Theological Otaku. So yeah, number one, the outreach could have been a lot better. Not only in terms of people knowing, but also in terms of the ticket sales, because ticket sales ended as quickly as they began. So that was already a big issue. Number two, the stipulations of how the record was recorded could have been explained more clearly from the jump. I think if people knew what we were getting into, I think it would have been a lot easier to kind of get people into it, get people interested in jumping in. So that's number 2 for that matter. And then the third, I had a third thing. It just went out of my head. It'll come back to me eventually. I didn't expect it to like leave like that. But then again, it's been a long day. It's been a super long day today. But yeah, I think it could have been advertised better, and the stipulation for the record could have been made a bit more obvious. Oh yeah, now I remember the third thing, which I think was actually I accidentally slipped it a little bit in number 1. The tickets could have been a lot more flexible. Now I remember what the third one thing actually was. It took place on a Wednesday. Most people do not have off on Wednesday. I mean, I know they said it around dinner time, so the probably is pretty good people are going to be off, but... And, I mean, I am the exception to the rule. I mean, I had off today by chance, and this was a Wednesday concert, and it was packed to the brim. But the difference was, with this, people were desperate for this. They were not in Philly. They have not been in Philly for almost a decade, so people were anticipating this. This is also a Wednesday concert, and I had to take off for this one. So that was pretty hard to... That was actually pretty easy to do, surprisingly, because turns out a lot of people around my area are huge fans of Coldplay. So it was actually pretty easy to get time off for that. But not everybody has that luxury. And it's a little easier to explain a once-in-a-lifetime concert compared to a record attempt. Because a record attempt, at least you could try again. With concerts, it's kind of a one-and-done deal unless they spend a few more days in one city. So yeah. So people are not going to take off on Wednesday. If it was Thursday, however, or maybe even a Sunday, you could kind of swing it. You can kind of swing more people coming in. And I think a supplement to number 1, if they allowed, like, staggered entry until the deadline, it would have added so many more people to the bunch. Because I had at least a month. I mean, because I had an advantage of being a staffer, you know. Whereas most students didn't find out until 2 weeks before the event was supposed to start. And by then, most of the ticket sales have already shut down already. So... And this week is the beginning of prom season on top of that. So, like, even high schoolers couldn't get involved, which is a shame. And the other shame is that the volunteers for the event don't get added to the count. Because it's kind of a shame, because we had about 3 dozen, I think. From what it looks like on the stage, at least, there are about 3 dozen volunteers. Most of them were my coworkers. So, I mean, you count the host of the party when it comes to party numbers. So why don't you count the volunteers? But they didn't count the volunteers. So that could have maybe changed the count just a little bit. Might have been closer to maybe like 800. But I think because some people just didn't know about it until the very last moment. People were still lining up and unfortunately just missed when the record started. I think the stipulations could have been clarified a bit sooner. I think people would have been more prepared to go into it, and then people would have gotten something out of it, I think. But, hey, I still had a really good time. Got some good music, got some good footage, which I will be happy to share with you later once I get settled. But yeah, overall, I had a really good time. I had a really fun time. And again, if they don't make it, it's not exactly a big if, but if they don't make it this time, I hope they try again, because I would love to participate in another attempt in the future, should they do so. I mean, the record's not that big. It's like 934 people. So I think if they refined those 3 things, I think we would have a better chance at actually succeeding at it. So we'll see. I mean, maybe it's not like the world's largest, but maybe we could be the world's second largest, which is, it's not bad. It really isn't bad. But anyway, I know you all are ready for the finale. The reason why I've been talking so much as well is also because I needed to open up the game. And then I also know that this is the finale, so it might not be that long of a video. So I really wanted to get some conversation out of the way before we began this thing. I did not expect it to be 10 minutes, though, so I apologize for that. But we are going to get straight to business. And yeah, this is the finale of the OG Myst trilogy, because I cannot play 4 and 5. I can play Uru, though, but I don't know how entertaining I would be. But, yeah, without further ado, let's jump into it, shall we? And my camera stopped. As always, Mercury retrograde strikes again, though I did not look too bad this time. Hold on. Yeah, Mercury retrograde just started like last Thursday, so I know everybody like doesn't really care about that too much, but still. Okay, take 2. Okay. So, y'all ready for this? I am gonna miss this game, because especially, like, the budget really kicked in with this one. Really kicked in. So, with Brad Dourif, the score, the acting, and I remember now, this was Rand Miller, the one who stayed behind in Cyan Worlds. He also plays Atrus and Cirrus. And then his brother Robin, who's the co-founder, played Akinar. Though occasionally, I know Robin occasionally does do projects for them. For the most part, he's not really as involved in Cyan, last I checked. But, yeah, this is like, it's clearly like a labor of love between 2 brothers. He ultimately had a dream, and they followed through on it. And I know there's a remake of Riven coming up, which I'm looking forward to seeing. Which, I wonder how they're gonna do it. Maybe some VR? Because, I mean, they've remade the first game several times. So, I wonder what they're gonna do there. But yeah. It has been an honor playing this original trilogy with you. Gonna miss this a lot. But we're gonna have some great adventures down the line. We've got Firmament coming out from Cyan Worlds later on in May. And then obviously we got the remake of Riven, which I don't know when they're gonna do that exactly. And then in terms of spiritual successors for Myst, we've got Kern Undying Thoughts. So there's a lot of good stuff coming. So, here we go. The final countdown. Over and onward. Okay. And now, we will finally go to Narayan. So, the one clue that I did get is that you really have to pay attention to Atrus's journal. Because it will give you a clue as to what you need to do for Narayan in particular. Because Narayan's been significantly altered. Saavedro basically took out all the poems on the columns. So the book will, like, the bolded sections in particular, like, see this? The bolded sections in particular will give you a clue as to, I think, as to what order you're supposed to put these clues in. Because he erased it from the pillars. And then there's also a little bit of translation work that you have to do as well, which, that I'm actually pretty good at. Now, if I could find my handy-dandy notebook, I thought I had it with me. Well, at least I have a piece of paper underneath me right now. Gotta use whatever you got. Maybe not that piece of paper. Okay, yeah, this one. I could use this one. Or, this one. Yeah, no sentimental value in this one. Okay, so let's start getting the bolded sentences in here. So we got energy, powers, future, motion, I am feeling a little bit sleepy because I got caught in the downpour. Then we got nature encourages mutual dependence. I like how easy it is to remember this. And then what's the last one? Dynamic forces spur change. Okay. And let's just see if there's any other pages that we have to pay attention to. Balance systems stimulate civilizations. Okay. Oof. Okay. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it, because everything else is a little bit harder to. Yeah, because he wouldn't have been able to do much in Narayan. Because most of it is where Cirrus and Achenar kind of screwed up. Yeah. We are done. And on we go to Narayan. I know I'm dragging this out. I'm sorry. But I just have a feeling this is going to go really quickly. Like snap of a finger. So, welcome to Narayan. I admit I'm a bit nervous. Oh. So we got symbols here. We got nature, void, intelligence, entropy, energy, love, force, mutual, society, chaos, contradict, transform. Change, power, growth, civilization, possibility, machine, future, convey, spur, infinite, encourage, cycle, merge, wisdom, motion, dependence, dynamic, harmony. And in case these look familiar to you, if I can get the subs to behave a little bit. If I can get out of the way here. Okay, here we go. You see here, these are basically similar symbols to what we see on these. You see those? So that's because we actually do have to draw them. So, should have drawn them at the same time as what they did. So let's see. Let me go ahead and draw this. So we got 3 of them. Let me take a picture of these. So that way I can trace them properly. And then we'll match them up accordingly. Because we got 4 sentences in here. But there's only 3 pieces. So here's the first one. Now I'll draw the link together. So we got let's see. Yeah, from what I could tell anyway, it looks similar. Let me zoom out a little. Hold on. So we got... It kind of looks like nature. The first part, at least. And again, he did say... He did erase some parts of the poem, so he totally altered a few of the symbols, I think. So, this we could tell, this portion here means change. I wish I could show you what I was doing, but alas. The camera will not function here. So we got growth, possibility, machine, future. I think one of these got to be encourage or dynamic. Let me see. Wait a second. Okay. So, if I can... Dynamic. I don't know what these symbols would... Yeah, let me just... If I can just get around the subs for a second. Maybe I'll for the sake of simplicity, I'm going to turn off the subs, because it does affect the controls a little bit. I'll turn them back on when we get to dialogue, I assure you. I'll turn off subtitles. Sorry about that. Sorry about that to my, my visual / hard of hearing people. But it'll make it easier for me to translate these phrases. So, I think, for this one at least, we definitely could tell that change is the first part of the symbol. And then this bottom part here, I gotta figure out what that is. But I'm thinking, well, I'm thinking since it's, the only obvious sentence is dynamic forces spur change, and we've got change. And so, the only ones I can really think of that would fit this middle character here would probably be either, it would be dynamic, spur, or force. Force would make sense here. So, this one's got to be force. But then again, he messed with the poem a little bit. So let's see what the other phrases are here. Got love, nature, void, intelligence, entropy, energy. Let me see. What's spur again? Spur is this. Okay. So we could draw out in, I think what they call Narayan, what each of these phrases look like, and then based on what we know, based on what we have each of the sentences, we'll do that. So let's do energy powers future motion. Energy powers, since it's like singular, power future motion. So let me see, energy, there's gotta be energy in here. Nature, void, intelligence, entropy, energy here. So energy, and then powers this way. Powers future somewhere this way. Future and then motion. Where are you, motion? Right here. And then motion. Oops. Didn't mean to zoom in like that. Future motion. Okay. Let me go this way. I can see all of them here. Well, all but one. Okay. Energy powers future motion. Okay, got that one. Then the next one is nature encourages mutual dependence. Nature encourages mutual dependence. Nature is this one. I know like one of them had nature on it. The middle one. This one. Nature and dependence. That's on that paper. So encourages like this way, and then dependence is like that. Okay. So we gotta be distinctive here. Nature. So nature is this one. Encourages. Encourage. Where can be encourage. Encourages. And then dependence is this way. It's the other way. It's basically the same thing as encourages, but like in the north and the east side. Where's mutual? Where are you, mutual? Right here. Encourages mutual dependence. And then third sentence is dynamic forces spur change. Dynamic forces spur change. Force. So force is this one. How are you, dynamic? And change is this one. Where are you, spur? I know I saw spur here. This one. Kind of dunny-like. Spur. So now we need to find dynamic. Okay, here's dynamic. It's like the wave of Kanagawa, but in reverse. Or like the... It's a Korean symbol. Or like an East Asian symbol. It has like three of those swooshies. It'll come back to me. Or I don't think I even found out the name of it. Anyway, last one. Balance systems stimulate civilizations. Balanced systems stimulate civilizations. Balanced systems stimulate civilizations. It's kind of like Japanese in a way, the Narayan language. It's because there's not really a distinction of singular or plural. It just describes it like that. I mean, granted, there are like plural stuff. But for the most part, it's like context based. It's a context thing. So, excuse me. The cold makes me sleepy, so I apologize for yawning so much. Okay. Machine, possibility, civilization. I like character civilization. It's kind of nice. Kind of reminds me of Double Helix. It's kind of funny considering that, like, the game was basically made before the human genome was even completely mapped. Can you believe it? Like, most of my generation lived through the time when it wasn't completely mapped just yet. Like, they just finished it. Transform, contradict, chaos, society, mutual force, love, energy, entropy, nature, void, intelligence. Okay, it's got something with balanced. Mutual, society, chaos, contradict, transform, change, power, growth, civilization, possibility, machine, future, convey, spur, infinite, encourage, cycle, wisdom, dynamic, motion, wisdom, merge, dependence, harmony. I guess a synonym for balanced is harmony, because balance would also mean harmonious. And then system, I'm thinking could be machine. Could also be possibility. Could also be cycle. System could be cycle. I'm gonna try cycle. Because Narayan, from what I could tell, is very tree based. And then another word for stimulate. Stimulation also implies growth. So I'm thinking growth might be our word here. That's my guess anyway. So I'm thinking for, like, I mean, we got a clear hint for 3 of them. But I think the last one, for balanced systems, stimulate civilizations, it might be harmony, cycle, growth, and civilization. If there's a 4th password, that is. I doubt it, but we might have one. And I'm a bit nervous because this one does kind of require a little bit of timing because, long story short, Saavedro's gonna be pissed off. He's gonna be pissed off in a few moments because he thinks we're Atrus. And then when he realizes that he basically put his revenge on the wrong person, contrary to the average person where they're like, ugh, I can't believe I got the wrong person. I'm so sorry. What the heck was I thinking? He's more like, I'm like, if I'm going down, you're going down with me. That's what I recall. So, yeah. So you can see why I'm a little bit nervous and I've been kind of dragging this out, because the moment he figures out we're not Atrus, we're screwed. Very screwed. Very, very, very screwed. Okay. What the? Ah! And I hate today. I hate that today's the day that I'm alone in this, because I'm scared. I am very scared of what he's going to do to me. I don't want to go upstairs, but I know I have to. I think in this case, for the sake of my nerves, I think I am going to go spoiler territory a little bit. Because even though it's a game, I just remember it's a game, it's not real, blah blah blah. It still nerves me. It still unnerves me. When you read the entries, you feel Saavedro's pain. Okay, like I felt his pain in every verse, and the dude's pissed, rightfully so, but he's still pissed. So I'm scared. Rightfully so. Okay, so I'm gonna spoil it myself. I wish I didn't want to this time. I am going to. I mean, I may get a bad end regardless, because my timing has gotten much slower over the past few years, but we shall see. We shall see. I don't think I want people to talk to me, because I'm too nervous right now. Okay, people walk through. Okay, Donna, where are you, Narayan? Thanks to Myst Journeys for this, by the way. Okay, so Narayan. I want to at least get a little bit of a clue as to what I need to expect this. So, a couple species towards pedestals, between them, not pedestals, behind the switch. Okay, so we have to go upstairs anyway. So it says, go up the stairway and onto the large circular grid with the illumination beneath. Immediately, Saavedro comes out of the tower carrying the released Sean Linking book and his ever-present mallet. That is a very generous description right there. He obviously was expecting Atrus, not me, and he will talk to me briefly. And then, when you leave, you will come across a switch. Okay, so let's get this very uncomfortable situation over with. This kind of reminds me of ice, like this shield. Oh, wait, subs. Before we continue. Wait, no. Cancel. Okay. Because I didn't save this. Nice rope!
What? You're not.
No, I'm not, I'm sorry to say.
Where is he? Look, I know he's here. I have his book. So where is he?
He's not here. I'm the only one.
He didn't come.
You basically was burned on his office.
I take relation from him, and he sends you instead.
No, I came voluntarily.
Idiot. You actually thought this would work. You thought that you could force him into coming here, fixing things? Why? Why would he rewrite Narayan? Because of your messages? Because of your paintings? Look at your world. Look at what's left of it. When are you gonna get it through your thick skull that you do not matter to him?
Bro, you almost burned out his home. Of course he wouldn't come.
We're stuck here, you know. The linking book back to Chananan is gone. Left behind when I linked out of Atrus' study. And as for getting in to Narayan, look around you. This chamber is the only way in. And Atrus installed some kind of shield, and I have never been able to get past it. Not once in all these years. So you're just as stuck here as I am. At least until I open this book and I show Atrus what it's like to watch your friends and relatives die. If you do find a way out of here, I suggest that you think very carefully about using it. Because the one thing I know about linking books, the doors they open don't close behind you.
My dude, I kind of figured that out the hard way when I fell through the crack of ribbon. But good to know! But yeah, based on the very rough pattern that this shield kind of took on, I don't think this is Atrus' doing. Because Atrus, the dude's pretty precise. Anyway, I'm surprised that, considering that he messed with so many mechanisms, that he didn't decide to mess with this one. Just saying. Anyway. Let's go down and fix this thing, shall we? So, we've got one handle here. So we need something else to open here. So let's go ahead and mess with this middle switch here. Ah, here we go. Uh-huh. Okay. So we got 3 phrases here. So I'm thinking we do kind of a trifecta thing. Oh, okay. Excellent. And I wrote down all the phrases too. So we're going to go in order. So we're going to do... I think I'm definitely going to make nature encourages mutual dependence as the first one. Up top here. How would I do this here? Excuse me. So I'm going to do this. So... Okay. Oh, whoops. I need nature. Nature. So... to connect these sides here, we're going to do... nature. I have to look at that symbol again. Hold on. I didn't draw it too well. Where are you, nature? Where art thou, nature? Okay, so yeah, okay, I had it right the first time. Okay. There we go. Okay. Nature. Man, I am so tired. I am so sorry. I don't think I'm doing this right. Okay, let me see. Nature. I'm gonna do encourages here. Encourages. Mutual. Oops. No. Mutual. Dependence. That's how I do it. I have to look at the symbols again. Hold on. I wish I wasn't so tired. Okay. So let me look at it carefully. So, nature. So it's this, and then this, and then curves down past here. Okay, thank you, mouse, for letting me know. Okay, let's see. Let's see if it comes close to that. Needs to swoop down more. Like this side, right? Yeah. So that's the closest, because like this goes too far. So I think it's gonna be this. Then we're gonna do. And is it 2 twists or 1? Let me see. Gonna look at it again. I don't trust my looks. Okay, mutual. Yeah, that's right. That's right. It's mutual, like that. Okay. Stop taunting myself, Tonders. Okay. Okay. And then we're gonna do for here. Energy. This one's pretty easy to do. Energy. Powers. This. Powers. Doesn't seem right. Let's do. Is it clockwise or counterclockwise? Let's do counterclockwise for this one because we need to start. We need to start from here, I think. Let's actually start from the bottom. Start from where the phrase starts and then end where the phrase ends, I believe. So let's do energy down here. So energy. Because that would make more sense. Energy. I think powers would be here. It can also be here. Here would make more sense because we need to connect it. Energy. Powers. Future. Future motion. So, man, I wish I wasn't so tired. I am so sorry. I think up here. Yeah. And then itchy head. I already did nature, encourage mutual dependence. The next one is dynamic forces spur change. So let's start here. Dynamic. Get the curve there. Boom, boom. Did I get it right? I can't tell. I need to look. Dynamic. It's lower. Is there another curve on that thing? Oh my gosh. Oh, there we go. That's it. Dynamic. Dynamic. Let's do forces. Forces. Spur. Oh, upper. Where's spur? Where are you, spur? There we go. Spur. Watch. People are going to be able to in the chat like, this is wrong! I know I did something wrong somewhere. Spur. Change. I think that's how I did it. Ugh. Dynamic forces spur change. So that's the 3, I think. Okay, let me see this. So, dynamic forces spur change. And this one is... Oh! I need to switch places for, I need to actually start, nature encourages on the top right. And then... Yeah, I was way off. Yeah, so this one actually has to go here. So let me take off everything. Because I was way off. Oh my god. Let's take off everything so that way at least, like, I have a clean slate. Gotta look at the piece of paper. The piece of paper will tell me more. Okay. So, like, I had the right idea. I just put him in the wrong position. Okay. Come on. Come off. Come off. Yeah! Oh, shoot. I forgot another thing I had going on. Alright. Give me one moment. I'm sorry, guys. I've been really out of sync. Let me at least, like, figure out this electricity. So I think it's gonna... This finale, unfortunately, is gonna be a two-parter, which I did not expect it to be, but it is. But anyway. Let's see. It's nature. No, it's not nature. It's... Oh, my goodness. This one's nature. This one was... This one's... Yeah, that one was nature. That one I need to put on top. This one I need to go to the side. And then this one is... This one I actually got pretty close. In fact, let me see. Dynamic forces spur change. If anything, this one might actually be correct. I think it's the only correct one I have so far. This one. And then this one, I gotta reposition this one. And it makes more sense. This one's the one I gotta change dramatically. So then it's... Energy powers future motion. That's what it is. So, energy. Well, this is actually the character for future. And then down here is the character for... Wait, yeah, this was the character for motion. This one's future. So power and energy should go backwards. Let's do energy, and then that's future motion. So let's do... So energy's gonna be up here or down here. I'm thinking energy would make more sense down here. So energy. And then powers. I think that's it. Let me do it up here. I need to carve it more. I know I was gonna miss something. Carve it more. So. Future motion. This one, I think I got it correct. Because the leaf comes up this way. No! I need to switch dynamic. Dynamic and, I need to switch dynamic and spur. Because dynamic makes more... Yeah, dynamic makes way more sense. I need to switch dynamic and spur on this one. Spur is... I need to change dynamic and spur on this one. But then this wouldn't be connected. Would it? Yeah, because it starts here, and then it goes through here, and then... I have to check forces now. Oh my gosh. I don't trust myself. Where are you, forces? Force. Curve here. And the curve there. That's like way lower down than I thought it was going to be. Okay, let me see. No, I was right. I was right. Okay, so we got energy powers future motion and dynamic forces spur change. So we just need to fix. This is entirely wrong. So we need to fix. Nature encourages mutual dependence. With nature and encourages in the top right. Come off. And then it makes sense that mutual will go on the bottom. Okay. Nature encourages mutual dependence. Dependence. So encourages has got to go here, I think. Because that connects here. And then the mutual ties everything together. Because the feeling's mutual. Okay, like that. Nature encourages mutual dependence. I think I did it right. And this one. Oh, it's stuck. So clearly I did something wrong. Whoa, wait! One of the things fell. Wait a second. One of the rugs fell. Something ripped. No, oh, two of the things fell here. Which no doubt would give the symbols for balance systems and stimulate. Because those are the three symbols that we don't have. And I bet these two things have them. Because that's missing. And then, oh, it makes more sense that we have to switch it. So now this should be working. There we go. And this is the one that we don't have. I was